All right, everyone. Nate and Beth coming at you once again, here to continue our reviews of Friday the 13th, the series. Before we get started, you guys might notice that this is uploaded a day sooner than normal. That's because it only made sense that this is being published on Friday
the 13th. We just got done watching Season 2, Episode 22, Wedding Bell Blues. And once again, we were thrown off by the cursed object again.
Once again, we were thrown off again. I don't know what you guessed.
I thought like a wedding dress or a handkerchief, something associated with an actual, I don't know, wedding. And what was this about, sweetie?
A cursed pool cue.
Pool cue.
Before we get started, I just want to mention a couple of things that I don't want to forget to mention. This episode shows quite a bit of familiar faces. The main guy, the pool guy, I've seen before. I can't exactly nail where, but the bride in this episode would later go on to be one of the prostitutes in the Full Moon movie Crash and Burn. She'd also be the lead sexy woman star of Puppet Master 2.
Okay,
and
that
then
one I know.
and then the little sister would be in the Brian De Palma movie with John Lithgow in '92, Raising Cain. So she became in A movies.
So we have 3 characters from this episode that you recognize in other movies.
From other movies, yeah.
Right.
So that's pretty fun. And why don't I just say it real quick? Also, I'm fairly certain that this episode introduces the guy who's probably going to replace Ryan.
Right. Kind of sneaky way.
I'm
like the way
assuming
they
this
did
is
it.
the guy. I think it is. And
Yeah.
I actually like the way they slid him in there.
They did it really nice. So in the beginning of the episode, Ryan and Jack have to go chase down some cursed snowshoes. But if a guy named Johnny calls about a pool stick, pool cue, same idea, to let Ryan know, because he's got a lead on a cursed pool stick.
Cue.
And pool cue, pool stick, whatever. So I guess Johnny calls and he's at this bar where this guy can't miss a shot. I think
Playing pool.
He thinks he's found the cursed object the object that Ryan is looking for. He doesn't know it's cursed at the time. So
I forget why. So Johnny is the guy who's probably going to replace Ryan. Do we know why he's looking for the... I'm confused.
because Ryan asked Johnny to keep his eye open for
a
guy who can't lose at pool or something.
Oh, so he's basically...
Ryan recruited him.
Yeah, on the behest of Ryan's... Okay.
Yeah, like, I'm going to be out, but, we've heard rumors about this guy who can't lose with the pool stick, and you find it for us,
Ryan
but he
put
doesn't
out the
know.
word to keep on the lookout. Okay.
Yeah. So Ryan pretty much recruited Johnny, and Johnny meets Mickey at a bar, and Johnny's hitting on Mickey to the point where Mickey wants to kill him with the cursed item. But it worked out really well. There's a lot of details in this.
A little too much for me.
Little small details, like you don't know who actually is doing the killing at first, because there's a pool game going on. He runs cold, and then all of a sudden he heats up again after
someone is killed with the cue
stick. Like the fiance's girlfriend's coworker, what's it called, the waitress, was in the back room, and I guess the fiance or the bride-to-be that never was, must have come out of the shadows with the cue stick and killed her and snuck the fiance. Johnny's the guy who's looking for it.
Beth always wants to call the pool player Johnny. Yeah. We don't know the name of the pool player in this.
Danny.
Oh, okay.
His name is Danny.
Okay.
Because he's a pig and he'll never change. So she must have killed the waitress and given because he was losing. He lost. He was winning, then he lost his shirt, and then makes a double to one bet for $100, and ends up
After the person was murdered with
after
the
the
cue.
person
But we
was
were kind of
cued.
like, it can't really be him because he was probably
He's
playing pool the whole
the
time.
whole time.
Not long after Beth, I think, guessed before it was revealed that
No, it's the
the
girlfriend.
fiance is the
Fiancé.
killer. And I think before we forget to mention, this episode has a total of four kills slash deaths in it. So four
Confirmed.
oh yeah,
That way.
the killer just kind of either fainted or died at the end of it. So we don't know if she fainted or died. So there's at least 4 deaths in this one.
Yeah, 3 with the cursed item, 1 with a what's it called? Cake.
Oh
Cake
yeah,
cutter?
pie cutter, slice lifter.
It's the wedding cake cutter for the wedding cake that never was eaten. So, and there was a lot of little details in this.
Yeah, this one was confusing. It
Like-
didn't help, like, introducing the character of Johnny. And
Oh gosh, and he was like a cat under
he just
her feet the
he just
entire
wants
episode.
to stick it to Mickey. So
He's showing up
she's
in all
like,
the wrong times.
meet you at the bar, and she's like, how do I know who you'll be?
Oh yeah.
I'll look for the best looking guy there.
Mm-hmm.
And I made a joke. I'll be right next to him. But Beth thought that was funny. But yeah, this one I guess kind of frazzled my brain a little because I guess there was so much going on. For me, the first half of it was more interesting, and then it kind of, I think when Johnny got more involved, it kind of slowed down, and then it's fun, it is funny seeing the woman who'd go on to being Crash and Burn and Puppet Master 2 being this kind of psycho killer, pregnant. So we didn't mention that she's pregnant.
I thought I'd let you slip that one out.
Thank you. And she's just wants nothing more in life than to I don't think, no, she didn't tell the
She never
fiance
got
pool
to tell
player
Danny, no.
that she's pregnant and she wants nothing more than to get married, and life would be so great then. And Danny, we think his name is?
Danny.
He's just stringing her along. Yeah, babe. Well,
Yeah,
I don't
whatever
want to
you
talk
say,
about
whatever
it
you
now.
say, yeah,
I don't want to talk about it now. And
stupid
then,
wedding.
it seems like every scene at the bar, they show a shot of this blonde on the bar stool giving Danny the eyes, and it's just like, when are they gonna actually make some? And then they do make something of it, and then
see,
later,
I thought that the fiance was gonna walk in on the blonde and her fiance Danny.
yeah, that's weird. It's like he
Because
does
the
2
sisters,
different women in
the
one night.
sister's helping with the dress and everything, little sister, and then all of a sudden she's walking in, and he's doing the little sister, and so little sister
Wow.
dies, and that's how Johnny finds out what the stick does, and she threatens him.
Pool cue.
You win this tournament, we get married, or I kill you. So the pool stick is hot for the semi-final match, but the final match it cooled off. So he brought the stick to her, and he's like, it doesn't work anymore. So she's all dolled up in her wedding gown, and he's like, what are you doing? She's like, I gotta charge up the stick. And he's like, no, I just want out. I don't, because he really doesn't want to get married. And they end up fighting, and the cake is everywhere, and he beats her over the head with the pool stick. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe he still killed her with the pool stick, just not the way,
Impaled.
traditionally.
Yeah,
they're normally impaled and lifted up
through
by
the
it. It's pretty cool.
Stomach.
Really good shadow play for that.
Shadow play.
Shadow kills. Because you can't really show it. Well,
Well,
there's a
no,
couple
just the
that they
first
did.
one was a shadow kill, and then I think the rest of them.
Was some gore.
Mm-hmm. But one of the things that's funny about this is a couple times Mickey's in the bar and she's almost gonna be able to, like the pool cue is put somewhere, or should I call it a stick?
Pool cue.
It's put somewhere, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get it," and then
He gets pulled back
yeah,
to. She becomes a waitress just to get close to
yeah,
the
Mickey
tournament.
becomes a waitress just to try to get to snag the old pool cue, and then
Bait and switch.
the new Ryan replacement
Johnny
ends up breaking in and taking all the cues and bringing them to Mickey. Here's your damn cues, and she breaks them all, and it starts breaking them, and we know what. And anyone who's been watching this show up until now knows exactly what
Cursed items
she's
can't be broken, except
doing.
last one. But we don't know what the
Everyone
cursed item was. With
talking about the last
I'm
episode.
talking about the last episode
yeah, well,
where
we
the
already talked about
snow globe broke and shouldn't have. Anyway, I'm a little upset about that. You can rant, I can rant.
Okay, let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
So it was funny to see her break them all, and sure enough, they didn't have the actual cursed cue, and story goes on, and the new guy, what's his name?
Johnny.
This might have been filmed in the spring or something of 1989. He's got a Batman shirt on, so that was funny to see Mr. Johnny Batman. But honestly, the guy's acting's kind of shit, but
he's cute, so
Beth doesn't mind.
Over that.
Beth doesn't mind the acting, so yeah, for me, first half better, second half not as good.
Yeah,
what are
one.
Beth agrees with that.
I agree with that one. It was a good slide in for Johnny though, because even at the end, I guess he gets beat up, and they come in with the pool stick, and Ryan and Jack are back at the store. What happened to you? And Mickey says the same thing that always happens to one of us. And Jack's like, oh, I don't think we can, pay for your injuries. He's like, well, dinner with Mickey will cure that, and maybe I can help you guys find some more things. And Mickey's like, what? You want to continue to help us? And Ryan looks all nervous at Mickey and Jack, and then they cut credits.
Freeze frame.
So
thus introduced is the season 3 guy, I guess. So for me, it'll be 3/4 of a thumb, not all the way up, but somewhere between 10 and 11 position on a clock. 3/4 thumb.
If 6 is hands down and
thumbs
6
down.
is thumbs down and 12 is thumbs up, I'm gonna give it a solid 11. Only because Johnny's cute.
Well, then I guess every episode of season 3 is gonna be a solid 11.
I don't know. I'll find out. There might be some 12s in there.
Oh, if Johnny has no shirt.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, if you can talk about...
Yelled in my ear.
Sorry, guys. If you can talk about Mickey's skin-tight outfits, I can talk about Johnny without a shirt on.
It's not the same thing.
So what's the next one coming up?
So, that'll be do it for our review of this episode. Next episode, Beth's going to name it.
Let's see here. The last disc is the Maestro. It has to be a conductor's wand for an orchestra.
That's what I thought.
Has to be.
That's what I thought.
So we'll see if we're right. Thanks for listening.
And we didn't say Happy Friday the 13th, everyone. Happy Friday the 13th.
Happy Friday the 13th. Celebrate it safely by killing people you don't know and not getting caught. No, don't do that. That's illegal.
All right, everyone. Happy Friday the 13th, and we'll catch you next week for the review of the next episode.
Thanks again. Happy Friday the 13th.